Welcome back to the channel, Pokemaniacs. Metagross is back in stock. We've had some spottings out at GameStop in person, and it does seem like this figure is now being produced in Vietnam, so we should be seeing some updates to the figure, but based on the photos versus the one that I have here in person, I'm not really seeing too big of a difference, which I guess is kind of nice. In addition to people finding these in stock in person, these are also available online. So if you, like many other people, missed out on that very first wave of these because the distribution was terrible on these, you can now just very easily pick it up online, or hopefully you're going to find it in your GameStops near you. In addition to that, you might even get lucky and start to see some of the new environment sets that are coming out, like the Flowery Farmland. Still really hard to say. But over on Discord, Trevenant Rules was able to find the new version of the Ice Cave at their GameStop, which is super rad to see. So it definitely seems like there's a lot of new distribution happening right now, and we love to see it. In addition to that, it does seem like Kabutops has been popping up in Canadian Walmarts. So Canadian viewers, please let me know down in the comments if you're seeing that. But it also gives me hope that we'll be seeing it in the States more broadly through Walmart. Prior, we had only been able to see it so far at Meijer, but like very briefly. Then the sleeping plushies have also been very popular. Looks like Box Lunch has one of the latest waves of that. Inside we've got Pikachu, Oshawa, and Rowlet. The listing online though is random, so just heads up on that, on which one you'll get. But still, wanted to make sure everybody saw that. I know the sleeping ones they're pretty popular. In addition to that, it's Target Circle week, and we do have a couple deals to talk about here. So just in case you are hunting for a good deal on some plushies or some toys, the plushies do have some discounts on there, specifically the Squishmallows, but some other plushies as well. But if you are looking for other items, they are also the Funkos, which are on sale. These ones though are on a different promo, but it's buy two get one free for books, movies, music, and Funko. All the basic necessities right there. But wanted to make sure you guys knew in case you were looking for a deal. Maybe you waited on a couple things. Might be a good time to pick them up. Something new though, there's a new controller from Power A up on Amazon. This controller featuring Mega Lucario, Pikachu, and Mega Mewtwo X. Plus we've got those cool little Mega Evolution symbols on either side of the controller. It does come out on October 30th, and I don't know, I think it's a pretty sweet controller. It is wireless, which is nice. The grips look like they're pretty grippy, and there are actual customization buttons on the bottom that you can do underneath the controller, and it does list that this controller is compatible with the Switch 1 as well as the Switch 2, so just in case you're in between generations right now. Talking Loungefly news, we have a couple new backpacks. First up, we've got the Ice type mini backpack and the satchel bag. This is really cool, it's got that pearlescent kind of sheen to it for a bag. I really like it. Plus, I love Alolan Vulpix. Glaceon, also very popular. Inside we've got the liner that also matches that. The satchel is, I probably couldn't carry one around. It might look a little bit funny, but if you're interested in this, I still think this looks fantastic. It also sports the similar liner on the inside, so really good pickups there if you are looking for that. Plus, to pair with it, we do have the Cantonian Vulpix up on Amazon, this mini backpack. This one also looking great. Vulpix, one of my original back in the day favorites. So really nice looking bag there. We've got the Ninetales on there, and then of course we've got the interior liner for Vulpix and Fire Pokeball. So with that and anything else I can in the video, I'll be sure to link that down in the description for you in case you're interested. We got some restocks this past week over on the English Pokemon Center. First up, we got some Johto Sitting Cuties. Some popular ones, Cyndaquil, obviously, in there. Espeon, Lugia. No Totodile, though, surprisingly. But that's okay, we'll get to more Totodile very soon. In addition to that, we did get some new TCG accessories, which are looking pretty good. I love the theming of this. We saw this previewed quite a bit ago, and then also more in person with the physical items at Worlds this year. But these are the Celestial, Espeon, and Umbreon TCG accessories. They look fantastic. Unfortunately, quite a few of them are sold out currently, but there are just a couple items still left as I film this. So, better than nothing, I guess, if you're looking to pick any of those up. And you might also want to jump on getting after some of those Evolution plushie restocks. We got the Vaporeon, Espeon, Sylveon, and Leafeon. Leafeon sold out, very popular. I'm surprised the Sylveon's still in stock though, but if you want any of those, be sure to jump on them. And then we also got the really cool looking new Beware Hug Plush backpack, which is super cool. We've got the little Ditto hanging on to him there, being squished by Beware's love. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But this is, like I said, still in stock, pretty cool looking. Might be fun to walk around like a con or something if you have anything coming up. Then this is coming up on the second Thursday of the month, which is typically when we do see the new collection pins come out. So we got a preview image of the Mimikyu. This pin I think actually looks really good personally, plus Mimikyu is just a really rad Pokemon. So heads up, if you are a collector of these, if you want this pin for whatever reason, you're probably looking at this Thursday, like 10 a.m., at least Mountain Standard Time. That's my time zone. I think that's when it drops. Correct me down in the comments if you remember the exact time zone. On the Japanese side of things, we have a lot of really cool updates. So first up, we have new Mon-Collie figures. Legend ZA is coming up in just a couple weeks. It's crazy. And to celebrate, we have those Mon-Collie figures of Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig. This is where we're starting to get some Totodile. But the figures look fantastic. The Mon-Collie figures always, in my opinion, are always really good. But again, I'll link these down below if you want to import them, along with some of my favorites. And you guys know I love the remint figures, so we do have this new Diamond Dust collection. And with this, I think this marks a very big moment in history that with these collections don't have a Pikachu in it. It's super weird. But there is an Articuno in there that looks fantastic. We've also got the Alolan Ninetales. This is a really cool collection. Could be good for maybe like a Christmas setup or something like that, since it's icy. Kind of got that winter vibe, but I think this is a really good collection. Also, I really like the name Diamond Dust. But like I mentioned, Legend ZA is coming out really soon, and they made a whole collection for it from the Japanese Pokemon Center. And it's a fairly large collection, actually, so this is pretty cool. Like, so if you really like the style of your character in the game, there is the jacket that you can purchase, so you can dress just like your character, at least in the original form of them. Plus they do have hats, so we've got the black version over here, and then also the white version of the hat. Probably my favorite item though is the Mega Ring Mega Bangle, which I think, I don't know, might have kind of big wrists, big hands, so I don't know if this would even fit me, but I'm very interested in this. I think that's super cool. To go with that though, you gotta have something to put your stuff in, so there is the circular bag that goes with the outfit. Surprised at how like a little Pokemon theming there is, so it'd just be more of a like those that know kind of know. But they did provide some cool promotional images also, which I don't know, I just love this. So they have them in the full getup, so this way you can kind of see what it would look like if you were to buy all of these items. And I mean, they look pretty accurate to me. I think they look fantastic. So very interested in this collection, and also very excited to start my Legends ZA journey. I'm gonna still haven't pre-ordered though. I probably need to get on that. If you don't want to dress like your character though, you can always just buy one of these sweatshirts, which has some of the art on the back of it. In addition to that, we do have a pouch, so you can put various things inside of there. There's also a notebook logging all of your travels through the Kalos region. Some typical items in here, like the clear files that they offer. There are two different versions, so we have this one, and then there is this one here that has the map of all of Lumios City. But when you're done adventuring, or maybe you're just right before you start your adventure, we do have a mug for Lumios City and the Prism Tower. And while you're having your cup of coffee, you can also have yourself some little treats right here. So they have a recreation of the Lumios Galette. I don't know how to pronounce it, but together you have yourself a nice little like coffee time with a little treat. I think it looks fantastic, honestly. But outside of that, we do have some typical items. We've got the sticker sheet in here. We do have some acrylic keychains, which I think are really cool, because like on the front side, obviously here we've got the Pokemon just like as we normally remember them, with a cool like rainbow outline on the outside of them. But if you flip it over, then you get this cool like almost like white silhouette of them with that like rainbow effect. I don't know, I kind of like that. I think that's pretty cool. And if you prefer a metal keychain, we have one of those too here of the Prism Tower with the starters. And there is no collection complete without, yes, we've got hand towels, also 3 different ones there, including the Eternal Floette, which coincidentally we're also getting a plushie of. So here with the launch of Legends ZA, we are getting the Eternal Floette plushie. I do imagine that this is going to come out on the English side, but usually there's like a 3-month delay on the announcements from Japanese to English, and I'm really hoping that this is not the case for this. Like, it would make more sense for it to come out at the launch of the game and not like the launch of the DLC. So we'll see what happens there, but pretty cool that they're making some more additional merch for Legends ZA. And we're also getting additional merch for Pokemon Sleep. A little while ago, we got some flocked figures for Pokemon Sleep. Now we're getting some additional ones for the Cyan Beach, which is the second area that you can go to in the game if you are playing Pokemon Sleep. The collection includes Pokemon like Psyduck, Slowpoke, Eevee, Totodile, Wooper, and Mime Jr. And personally, I love when I see a Mime Jr. in a collection, because I just kind of like that little guy. And if you want your own little guy, we've got some new life-sized plushies for Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile, more Totodile. These are also going to be released soon. I also imagine these will come out on the English Pokemon Center, and thankfully these Pokemon are not incredibly large Pokemon, so getting the life-sized versions of them will actually probably be fairly affordable. And I hope that I'm not putting like my foot in my mouth with that statement. If you have a birthday coming up and you're going to Japan for it, there are some new distributions that are happening at Pokemon Centers. So if you visit a Pokemon Center on your birthday, you'll be able to get a code for either Fido in Scarlet and Violet or an Audino in Pokemon Legends ZA. Plus, with that, you'll also be able to get a new home medal, which is not something I've necessarily like followed too much since they are mainly like a Japanese thing that I think we've only had like 2 outside of Japan. So just personally, I haven't really like tracked the medals too much, but pretty cool if you're out there and you can get this in your game. Like, I don't know, that's pretty rad. Then Pokemon's collaboration with Razer continues with new products. This one so far is a China exclusive product, but we have been getting a lot of these coming to the States. So I wanted to showcase it because of that. But we've got a new chair from Razer and it's looking pretty good. We got more Gengar items here. We got him just with his tongue out on the back. We've got cool little like ghostly designs on the sides. I have not tried the Razer chairs personally. I have a Secret Labs chair myself, but this would pair really well if you have any of those other Razer peripherals. Obviously, just going for that like all purple theme. Like this photo right here, like I think it looks really good personally. Then we have a couple updates on the GameStop distribution for Miraidon and Koraidon. So last week it was not a great start to all of that. We had long lines, poor distribution to it, code cards were gone. And so then randomly this past weekend on Saturday, GameStop tweeted out that, hey, they got new codes and it was amazing. We're all mad dashing to our GameStops, only to then find out that they again had 50 codes each to give out. But at least this time they were printing them onto receipts, which is kind of nice because then you can just print them out on the go. But why would we limit it to 50 if we can just print off the codes? Supposedly in the tweet, Pokemon did say that they like forced Pokemon to kind of like do it because like GameStop heard you. I don't know how much of that is true or how much is it just marketing, but it does give me a little bit of hope that if we got this round 2, that maybe we get a round 3 this next weekend, because it does go until October 14th. But it is just super weird that we're getting limited to 50 per store. I don't know, that part feels really weird to me, and not exactly sure if that's a GameStop thing or a Pokemon thing. But on Twitter, X, the Pokemon Cast account did at GameStop and asked them like, why only 50 codes per store? And GameStop said, not our decision. So very interesting. The plot thickens. Hopefully we find out something soon. But with that, I was thankfully, if you watched my last video, the card opening video, I talked about me getting a code, and I did get that code. I redeemed it, which is right here. But I'm not doing this to like flex. Whatever. I got a bonus code is what I'm trying to say. So on this receipt right here, it's from GameStop. I want to do a giveaway, so comment down below. Just include the word Miraidon or Koraidon. I'll spell it right here for you just in case you don't misspell it. I'm going to use one of those YouTube comment picker things to filter through the comments. We'll do a raffle. I will comment on the video. I will let you know how to contact me. But I got that leftover code. I want to make sure it goes to somebody in the community. But I'm also not making a big stink about it because like it's for the guys who are actually watching. So good luck to you. And talking card news now. So far this year, we have not gotten an announcement around the Trick or Trade booster bundles. I think probably all the printing machines are focused on Mega Evolution and all of the other cards that we've gotten this past year. But they've always been a hit for me for like work parties, for trick-or-treaters that come to the house. So if you do need some of those, they are actually up at Target for MSRP. So I want to make sure you guys had the link to that just in case, because I don't know, even though like there's nothing crazy inside of there, which is kind of nice because you can just kind of rip packs for fun. It really kind of makes a lot of kids' day, especially right now in this current crisis that we're in where nobody can find cards. It's nice to be able to like give them something. Mega Evolution just barely came out not too long ago, but we already have a look at the next promo card coming out from Best Buy for Phantasmal Flames. Looks like we're going to be getting ourselves a holographic stamped Genesect from that set. Phantasmal Flames should be coming out November 14th, but word on the street, rumor, is that it will also have a staggered release, similar to how Mega Evolution had a staggered release where we had like one big drop one week and then like the week later we had another big drop, which also makes me question like, will Europe and other regions also have another 2-week delay on Phantasmal Flames? I don't know. We'll see if there's any official announcements on that. Last week, though, we were able to officially announce the Great Tusk and Iron Treads EX Premium Collection, which is releasing this December. Can now confirm we've got a listing up at Walmart. It is pretty spendy, though, and it's a little more than I was anticipating, but it does have 11 booster packs inside, plus you get those 5 reprint cards in there. At time of filming, it does put it at $75, which, again, is a little spendy, especially for 11 packs, but kind of cool, I guess, if you missed out on any Paldean Fates cards. But also makes me a little bit suspicious that maybe this could be like a Black Friday thing. I know it's supposed to come out in December, but I don't know. We haven't seen anything quite yet, and usually they have like an exclusive box that's for Black Friday, so I don't know. I'm just kind of curious and speculating. And TCG Player has posted the pull rates for Mega Evolution. So far, looking maybe not as tasty as some people were hoping for, but I mean, not terrible. So far, my luck, not great. But I typically don't have a lot of great luck with single packs. But looking like those coveted gold cards, 1 in 1,200 cards, and that's just to get any of them. So kind of crazy if you're hunting for those gold cards. Let me know if you've pulled anything cool down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Remember the giveaway down in the comments as well. Like the video, subscribe, hype the video, share it to somebody, whatever you got to do. I appreciate all the engagement, always. Hope you guys have a great week. Take care of each other out there, and I'll see you very soon on the next one.